And I promised you I'd start bringing principals forward to talk about some of the initiatives that are going on. Tonight we have Iris Wilson that's with us. Iris, without a doubt, is one of the top principals in the state of Florida. She was a leader at DOE and spent a lot of time in our system. And the other day she was in my office and we were talking about her new calendar and the arts and graphics program, and she's going to tell us about Zork, right, Iris? Zork. But we welcome Iris Wilson, and we appreciate her, and we appreciate what she's doing at Apalachee Elementary School.
Thank you, Superintendent and board members. We had a concern from our parents that showed up in our climate survey, and one of them had to do with communication and how they heard about or how quickly they learned about different activities at the school. So during the summer, we had our calendar committee to get together and, as we always do, put together the calendar for the year. Because we are Arts Magnet School, our graphics art person put together the calendar and put in that calendar the student art as well as some of the programs that we have at our school. So at the beginning of the year, we were able to provide each of our families with a calendar. It highlights their student work as well as performances and projects that the children had worked on. And it also labeled the artists of the months. It gave them dates for everything we were having. Of course, we'll add things to it. But it was a complete calendar. It told about when report cards come out. It told about open house. It also gave them information about when testing will occur, when our PTO meetings are, SAC meetings, any kind of programs that we're having for this year. So, and it also had information in the back with telephone numbers and things about the school. So each family was able to keep up with what their students were doing. Some families we had to give to because the children took the calendar for themselves. In addition to that, we wanted to do an international study this year, and so our teachers got together on a trip to a magnet school and thought about a visitor that will be visiting our school from an unnamed planet. And the visitor, we finally did some research. So this visitor is coming from the planet of Orc, and his name is Zork. Oh. And out of all the places in the world that Zork could visit, he chose to visit Apalachee. Well, on his trip to Apalachee, he got lost and ended up in China. So we got a transmission from China, and our students had to determine what was the distance from China to Tallahassee, how he would travel, what he may look like, what his language was, and when he may arrive. So we did a virtual tour and found out that if he took a car trip and also used the ferry, that he would get to Tallahassee from China in 37 days and 18 hours. And we had the number of miles in kilometers, really, and the children had to convert that to miles. So we've been studying, and each grade level will decide on a place that they're going to send Zork. We're his tour guide, and of course, fourth grade, because of Florida study, has decided to send Zork to tour Florida. So the children are busy trying to decide when he will arrive and how he will arrive, what he will look like, and what kind of reception, language, and all that he will have. Well, we got a transmission that Zork left China, but he ended up in New York. And now he's at the United Nations in Washington and thinks that he may visit with the president. His expected arrival date is going to be October 25th, and so our students are busily studying and working in preparation for that trip of Zork.
Oh, great information. Mr. Crumpler?
Confirm that date, because I understand that want some board members or somebody else to be there too. One of your very creative teachers has already contacted me, but we were waiting on a confirmed date.
We have confirmed it. It is now on our calendar as October 25th.
Okay, what
We're just
time?
not
What
sure
time do you
about
think
the
he's gonna be
time.
here?
We think it will be in the morning. School starts at 8:30, so that will give the children a chance to get into class, and then we think the arrival of Zork will be there. But we will get a message Sunday evening to make sure everything is on target.
Does Zork have a last name so I can put it on my calendar? Or just
Zork does not have a last name, or at least Zork has not told us that last name. We're trying to communicate with him.
You don't
All right.
need a last name.
Great job.
Clark.
Way to be creative, Iris. I appreciate it.
Very good.
And we would love for you to come out to our school. This week, we have the Living Rhythm group that is with us all week, and it's a group that's out of Nigeria. And what they're doing with our students is teaching them how to do stories through music, because we do teach reading through our arts. And they're also teaching them how to do math and calculate different dances and things, and they will be there all week. Our students will perform with the group on Friday, so we'd love any board members to come out and visit.
Thank you.
Thanks, Iris.
Madam Chair.
Thank you for Mr. R.S. Music.
Just very briefly,